coincidences.
Well, hello there, Julia. Long time no see.
Meg, hi! What a coincidence! I haven't seen you in ages. What are you doing here?
I just got a new job in the city, so I'm shopping for some clothes. Hey, what do you think of this shirt?
Well, you know how much I love blue. See? I've got the same shirt.
You always did have good taste. What a small world. Can you say that again?
Hello? Hi, Stephanie. How are things at the office?
Hi, Luke. How are you? Can you please stop and pick up extra paper for the computer printer?
What did you say? Can you repeat that, please? Did you say pick up ink for the printer? Sorry, the phone is cutting out.
Can you hear me now? No, I need more computer paper. Listen, I'll text you exactly what I need. Thanks, Luke. Talk to you later.
Thanks, Stephanie. Sorry, my phone has really bad reception here.
Introductions and small talk. A telephone call.
Hi, Alice. It's John. How are you?
Oh, hi, John. I was just thinking about you.
That's nice. I was wondering if you'd like to go to a movie tonight?
Sure, I'd love to. What's playing?
I was thinking about that new comedy, Lights Out. What do you think?
Sounds great.
Okay, I'll pick you up around 7:30. The movie starts at 8.
See you then. Bye.
What time is it? We're going to be late.
It's 7:15. We're on time. Don't panic.
But I thought we had to be at the restaurant by 7:30 for the surprise party. We'll never make it there with all this evening traffic.
Sure we will. Rush hour is almost over. Anyway, the party starts at 8. But I do need help with directions. Can you call the restaurant and ask them where we park our car? Who's the tall woman next to Barbara?
That's her friend, Mary. Didn't you meet her at Steve's party?
No, I wasn't at Steve's party.
Oh, then let me introduce you to her now. Mary, this is my friend Jim.
Hi, Jim. Nice to meet you.
You too. Would you like a drink?
Sure, let's go get one. How's it going?
Fine, thanks. And you?
Just fine. Where are you off to?
To the library. I've got a history exam next week and need to start studying. Ugh.
Oh, no. Well, I'll see you later then. Good luck.
Thanks. See you later.
Good morning, Professor Austin. How are you doing?
Good morning, James. I'm doing well. And you?
I'm great, thank you. This is my friend Emma. She is thinking about applying to this college. She has a few questions. Would you mind telling us about the process, please?
Hello, Emma. It's a pleasure to meet you. I'm more than happy to speak with you. Please, stop by my office next week.
It's a pleasure to meet you, Professor. Thank you so much for helping us.
Don't mention it. Hopefully, I will be able to answer your questions.
What have you been doing this week?
Well, exam time is coming up, and I've been trying to study hard for them, taking notes and all. It's a very stressful time for me.
How do you prepare for the exams?
Well, the teachers give us notes, and we write them down and study them, and then take the exams. But most of us barely have any time to study, especially the basketball team. They have a lot of games next week. I'm actually in the church choir. I have to do all my exam work and practice for the choir. And we have all this stuff coming up for Christmas.
Tell me about singing in the choir.
We usually have practice once or twice a week. We sing, we get to meet each other, and we all have fun together. And we all sing together at church. The choir sings every Sunday. My dad sings every Sunday, and I do too. But we have extra practices for Christmas music. On ordinary Sunday, we do 1 to 3 songs. And Christmas, we do, I don't know, like 10 songs. And that's why we have extra practices for Christmas music.
Tell me what you did this weekend.
This weekend, I got to go to my grandmother's house, which was a very big treat for me. I love to help her out, and I did work in her yard. I got paid for it, but I'd work without pay any time she wants me to, because I really love her.
Tell me about her.
My grandmother is very sweet. She helps a lot of people. She's a Methodist, so she goes to the Methodist church every Sunday. She helps anyone who is in need. She has 2 sweet dogs, Belle and Ella. One is a golden lab, and the other is a mixture. She has the best cooking ever. Her cake is wonderful. Her pies are fantastic. If the only thing I ever had to eat for the rest of my life was her cooking, I would be happy. She makes the best grilled cheese ever.
How is your family?
My family's been okay. I mean, a little argument here and there, but that's okay. It's a very happy time we have. We're kind of last-minute people, so we set up everything last minute and then get ready for Christmas.
Is there anything you would like to say to kids in other countries?
Happy holidays!
What have you been doing this week?
Well, I've been going to Glee practice to perform for a winter concert. I've been doing a lot of homework, and I'm going to piano practice later today.
Tell me about Glee.
It's this group of people who sing and dance the songs for the season, or whatever we like. Songs from the 50s, back in the past, or modern music. We have a teacher who leads us. It's an after-school activity. The regular class in school is chorus. Glee is an additional activity.
What classes are you taking?
Well, I take Algebra 1 and Advanced Language Arts and Science and Social Studies, Chorus, Technology, and PE.
What are you doing in your piano lessons?
Well, right now, I'm just a beginner, so I'm studying how to play.
Why did you decide to study piano?
I see how amazing the pianists are and how they're really good at playing these amazing pieces. So I decided to learn how to do that.
Did you celebrate Thanksgiving this past week?
My sister and I celebrate Thanksgiving with our family that came around the state. Some of our cousins are in college and they came. We ate turkey, of course, and corn, mashed potatoes, gravy, and these special Vietnamese chips. They're hard to describe, though.
What are you going to do this weekend?
I'm going to my temple and practice dancing for Vietnamese New Year. It's in February. I go to, a Buddhist temple. We have lots of different celebrations.
How many people in your family can speak Vietnamese?
Basically all of us. The kids are kind of losing the Vietnamese culture, so we're trying to keep it up and keep up with our Vietnamese.
Do you know what you want to do when you're an adult?
I really don't know. I'm still trying to decide, but I want to do something that helps other people. Maybe a nurse, but I'm not sure.
Is there anything that you'd like to say to kids in other countries?
Well, keep learning and have a good education so you can have a good future in life.
What have you been doing this week?
Well, this week my cousins came down from New York and we celebrated Thanksgiving at my house with the other side of the family that is in Charlotte. We had a turkey and everybody brought something like a dessert and we all just sat at the table and had fun, and afterward we played games.
Are there any other foods that are Thanksgiving traditions for your family besides the turkey?
We always have my grandmother's broccoli and cheese casserole, which sounds gross, but it's really delicious. We had mashed potatoes and sweet potatoes. My mom made her amazing orange cranberry relish. And this year we also had ham, which was different. We also had pecan pie and pumpkin cheesecake.
What kind of games did you play?
Well, this year we played Wii basketball and tennis.
Did you go shopping on Friday?
We went to Charlotte because it's my aunt's birthday, so we hung out with them for a while and watched the football game between Auburn and Alabama. My mom went to a bookstore for a while, but we didn't do any other shopping.
What have you been doing today?
Well, my dad and I went for a run together, and then we decided to stop and take a break here to get something to drink. It's a little cold outside.
How far do you run?
Well, it'll be 5 miles after we run back home from here.
Did you do anything else this week?
Well, I saw the new Harry Potter movie, which was very good, with a lot of my friends. Tonight, I'll babysit my little brother and my sister so my parents can go see the Harry Potter movie together.
Is there anything that you would like to say to kids in other countries?
Well, I don't know if we're that different or not, but it doesn't seem like we are. I would like to say, well, good luck and have a good time with your life.
What have you been doing this week?
We're on a school field trip. It's a 4-day trip across our state and back.
Where have you gone?
We went to UNC and learned about the basketball history and their star basketball players. Then we went to Somerset Plantation and we learned about how they treated the slaves and how they made candles and wrote. And we learned about the owners too. Then we went to the Blackbeard Museum and we learned about Blackbeard, how he became a pirate and how he died and what his battle style was. Then we learned about the Wright brothers' history. That's today. Before we came on to the trip, we built replicas of their gliders at school. We researched what they flew and how they flew and what inspired them.
Are you doing anything just for fun, or are all your activities educational?
Tonight we'll have a dance, and last night we went bowling.
Do you have any special interests?
I like sports. I like basketball, and I'm on the school baseball team.
What are your plans for the future after you finish school?
I want to be a zoologist. I want to study animals, and I might be like my older sister and be a photographer and take pictures of animals too.
Is there anything that you would like to say to kids in other countries?
You guys are going to get there. Just keep working hard.
What have you been doing this week?
I've been going to school and playing outside with friends mostly.
What are you doing in school?
We just finished our end of grade tests. School ends in 2 weeks.
What do you play when you play with friends?
I play football, soccer, basketball with the guys in the neighborhood. We play at Evan's house. He has a basketball hoop in his yard.
And I see a fishing pole in your hands.
Yeah, I like to go to the pond and fish. I normally go about once a week. I usually catch a few. Today I hooked 5, but they all got off. But I did catch 2. It really keeps you going. It makes you think, I really want to catch that fish. My dad loves to fish, so he taught me.
I don't think you've always lived in this neighborhood. Is that right?
Yeah, we lived in Switzerland for 2 years. I liked it, but I like it here more. There's more stuff to do here, more entertainment. But it was fun in Switzerland.
Did you learn a new language in Switzerland?
I already knew Swiss German because my mom was from Switzerland. I learned it when I was 3 or 4.
Is there anything that you would like to say to kids in other countries?
Hello from America.
What have you been doing this week?
Well, this week I've been focusing on trying to get my extracurriculars started because the year has just started and I've been trying to study and getting my grades up this year.
What kind of extracurricular activities do you do?
Oh, I've been doing speech and debate and Battle of the Books, and soon Science Olympiad is going to get started and I'm going to be doing that. And in addition, after school, I also have a Jewish youth program that I do, and I help with the kids in Sunday school at Temple. I'm basically like a teacher's assistant.
And what is Battle of the Books?
Battle of the Books is a school club that is focused on a competition with a list of books that we get every year, and we compete on our knowledge of the books.
What kind of books?
Well, this year there are 15 on the list, and I just started reading The Bell Jar by Sylvia Plath. And the list is mostly fiction, but there is some nonfiction in there.
And what is the Science Olympiad?
Science Olympiad is a school club that is also geared to preparing towards a competition, but it's for a state science competition where we compete in partners on different science events.
What do you hope to do after high school?
After high school, I really hope to get a degree in chemistry because it's what I'm really passionate about, and then probably go to medical school to focus on people and the brain, which I'm also really interested in, and I want to be a neurologist.
Is there anything that you would like to say to kids in other countries?
I don't know. I'm kind of a new English speaker. I've been here for 6 years, so it's kind of surreal to talk to kids who are also learning English.
What is your first language?
My first language is Hebrew. I'm from Israel.
How did you end up here?
Well, my dad got a transfer from work, and we all thought it would be a really good experience, and I have loved it so far, and so has my whole family.
So, is there anything you would like to say to kids in other countries?
Well, first of all, hi, and I guess some really good piece of advice is really go after what you love and work towards doing what you're passionate about.
What have you been doing this week?
Different week than usual. Last Friday, my school orchestra went to Atlanta, Georgia, where we went to perform in a competition, and we went everywhere in Atlanta after that. We went to the Hard Rock Cafe and even got to listen to the Atlanta Symphony. It was like a 2.5-hour performance, but they were unbelievable. It was great. The next day, we attended the actual competition, and were ranked as being superior, which is the best ranking, of course. And after that, we went to Six Flags, the amusement park, for about 9 hours, and rode just about every ride there. And then the next day, we went to the Georgia Aquarium and got to see all sorts of sea life that was really cool from all over the world. And after that, we went to the world of Coca-Cola and got to taste sodas from every continent. It was very neat. Following that day, we got back on the bus and rode 5 hours all the way home watching Jack Black movies.
Who is Jack Black?
Oh, he's a real goofy actor. The bus ride was kind of long because of Atlanta's traffic, so it felt good to be back in my little old hometown.
What instrument do you play?
Well, my main instrument is the piano, but I also play the bass guitar and the upright bass, which is what I play in the school orchestra.
What do you do on an ordinary day?
On an ordinary school day, I try to wake up at 6 o'clock every morning and get some extra piano practice before going to what we call zero period at school. Most students start at first period, but zero period is like an extra class you can take before that. I take jazz ensemble. I get home after school at around 4:30, and then I do homework, eat dinner, practice instruments, or maybe go to church for a music rehearsal, and I usually try to go to bed by 11.
Is there anything you would like to say to kids in other countries?
Let's see. I would probably like to give the advice to make sure to cherish your youthful years. I do.
What have you been doing this week?
Well, this week I started with having a day off on Monday, but I've been doing a lot of calculus homework the entire week. I was lucky enough to go to a conference today on women's philanthropy, and I was so excited to meet a lot of people who are involved in supporting many philanthropies which deal with feeding the hungry in my area.
Why did you get to go to the conference?
I got to go to the conference because I am on the service council at my school, and I was one of the 10 in the county who was invited. I was able to meet Barbara Bush's granddaughter, and she was speaking about her charity that she has had for about 10 years, which is called FEED, which basically feeds hungry children in America as well as around the world.
What does the Service Council do?
What the Service Council does is try to get my school united in doing service projects or raising money for local food banks. We also put together Christmas care packages for abused as well as neglected children.
What did you do for the Labor Day holiday?
For the Labor Day holiday, I was doing a lot of studying to get ready for my calculus and Spanish class. But we also had a barbecue for dinner, and we ate as a family, which is something we always do on holidays and long weekends.
Can you tell me a little bit about your family?
My parents came to America from India, and they met in college. My grandmother is Portuguese, and I am very close to her. I also have a younger sister named Capri, and she is 15 years old.
Does your family have any special traditions?
Yes, we have lots of special traditions, and they're really all important to me. I grew up cooking with my grandmother and my mother, so baking cookies for Christmas is a huge tradition. We love Italian food, grilled chicken, and salads.
What do you want to do after high school?
I would love to go to college and pursue my passions for Spanish, history, and business.
Do you have an idea of a career you'd like to follow?
I would love to somehow bring all of these passions together by doing a type of corporate job, but I'm not really quite sure yet.
Is there anything that you would like to say to kids in other countries?
I'm so excited to be able to talk to you guys and share part of my culture with you guys. I hope one day to travel to your countries and to learn a little bit more about how small the world really is.
Long time no see. Long time no see. What a coincidence. What a coincidence. What a coincidence.
I haven't seen you in ages. I haven't seen you in ages. What are you doing here? What are you doing here?
I just got a new job in the city, so I'm shopping for some clothes. I just got a new job in the city, so I'm shopping for some clothes. What do you think of this shirt? What do you think of this shirt?
You know how much I love blue. You know how much I love blue. See? I've got the same shirt. See? I've got the same shirt.
You always did have good taste. You always did have good taste. What a small world. What a small world.
It shows that Meg did not expect to see Julia. It shows that Meg did not expect to see Julia. This is a common expression used to say hello to someone you haven't seen in a long time. This is a common expression used to say hello to someone you haven't seen in a long time. I'm used to Korean food now. I'm used to Korean food now. I used to go to the park at sunset. I used to go to the park at sunset. What a surprise to see you here. What a surprise to see you here. It's a very stressful time for me. It's a very stressful time for me. Most of us barely have any time to study, especially the basketball team. Most of us barely have any time to study, especially the basketball team. We get to meet each other, and we all have fun together, and we all sing together at church. We get to meet each other, and we all have fun together, and we all sing together at church. This weekend I got to go to my grandmother's house, which was a very big treat for me. This weekend I got to go to my grandmother's house, which was a very big treat for me. This weekend I got to go to my grandmother's house, which was a very big treat for me. This weekend I got to go to my grandmother's house, which was a very big treat for me. I love to help her out, and I did work in her yard. I got paid for it, but I'd work without pay any time she wants me to because I really love her. I love to help her out, and I did work in her yard. I got paid for it, but I'd work without pay any time she wants me to because I really love her. Her pies are fantastic. Her pies are fantastic.
How are things at the office? How are things at the office? Can you please stop and pick up extra paper for the computer printer? Can you please stop and pick up extra paper for the computer printer? Can you repeat that, please? Can you repeat that, please? Sorry, the phone is cutting out. Sorry, the phone is cutting out. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Listen, I'll text you exactly what I need. Listen, I'll text you exactly what I need. Sorry, my phone has really bad reception here. Sorry, my phone has really bad reception here. I've been going to Glee practice to perform for a winter concert. I've been going to Glee practice to perform for a winter concert. I'm going to piano practice later today. I'm going to piano practice later today. I take Algebra 1 and Advanced Language Arts. I take Algebra 1 and Advanced Language Arts. I'm just a beginner, so I'm studying how to play. I'm just a beginner, so I'm studying how to play. I see how amazing the pianists are and how they're really good at playing these amazing pieces. I see how amazing the pianists are and how they're really good at playing these amazing pieces. So I decided to learn how to do that. So I decided to learn how to do that. They're hard to describe though. They're hard to describe though. We're trying to keep it up and keep up with our Vietnamese. We're trying to keep it up and keep up with our Vietnamese. Keep learning and have a good education so you can have a good future in life. Keep learning and have a good education so you can have a good future in life. Hi, Alice, it's John. Hi, Alice, it's John. How's it going? How's it going? Pretty good. I was just thinking about you. I was just thinking about you. I was wondering if you'd like to go to a movie tonight. Would you like to go to a movie tonight? Sure, I'd love to. Yes, I would. What do you think? How do you think? Sounds great. That sounds good. I'll pick you up around 7:30. I'll pick you up around 7:30. See you later. Bye. See you then. Bye. See you soon. Bye. See you in 5 minutes. Bye. We celebrated Thanksgiving at my house. We celebrated Thanksgiving at my house. We had a turkey. We had a turkey. Everybody brought something, like a dessert. Everybody brought something, like a dessert. We all just sat at the table and had fun. We all just sat at the table and had fun. And afterward we played games. And afterward we played games. My mom made her amazing orange cranberry relish. My mom made her amazing orange cranberry relish. I relish the challenge of climbing Mount Everest. I relish the challenge of climbing Mount Everest. We hung out with them for a while. We hung out with them for a while. We watched the football game between Auburn and Alabama. We watched the football game between Auburn and Alabama. My dad and I went for a run together. My dad and I went for a run together. We decided to stop and take a break here to get something to drink. We decided to stop and take a break here to get something to drink. It'll be 5 miles after we run back home from here. It'll be 5 miles after we run back home from here. Tonight, I'll babysit my little brother and my sister, so that my parents can go see the Harry Potter movie together. Tonight, I'll babysit my little brother and my sister, so that my parents can go see the Harry Potter movie together. I don't know if we're that different or not. I don't know if we're that different or not. Don't panic. The driver lost control of the car, and the passengers panicked. We are going to be late for the surprise party. The train will be late. I'm late for work. I arrived late to the party. I've been feeling tired lately. I've been feeling tired lately. I'll call you later. I'll call you later. Do you have the time? Do you have time? I thought we had to be arrived at the restaurant by 7:30 for the surprise party. The meeting had already started when I arrived. I finally made it to the top of the mountain. We will never make it to the airport on time with this traffic. Can you call the restaurant and ask them where we park our car? Can you call my son and ask him to pick us up at the airport? We're on a school field trip. Before we came onto the trip, we built replicas of their gliders at school. Are you doing anything just for fun? Who's the tall woman next to Barbara? Next to. What have you been doing this week? What have you been doing this week? We just finished our end of grade tests. End of grade tests. School ends in 2 weeks. Ends in. He has a basketball hoop in his yard. A basketball hoop. And I see a fishing pole in your hands. A fishing pole. Today I hooked 5, but they all got off. Hook. It really keeps you going. Keeps you going. It makes you think. I really want to catch that fish. Makes you think. It makes you think. I really want to catch that fish. Want to. There's more stuff to do here, more entertainment. Stuff to do. This is my friend Emma. She is thinking about applying to this college. Be thinking about. This is my friend Emma. She is thinking about applying to this college. Apply to. Apply for. Please stop by my office next week. Stop by. Mr. Wilson, I'd like you to meet Dr. Edward Smith. I'd like you to. In the development program, by any chance? By any chance? What have you been doing this week? Have you been doing? I started with having a day off on Monday. Having a day off. I was so excited to meet a lot of people. Be excited to. Philanthropies which deal with feeding the hungry. Philanthropies. Philanthropies which deal with feeding the hungry. Deal with. We went to perform in a competition. Go to. Were ranked as being superior. Be ranked as. We went to the Georgia Aquarium. Aquarium. We rode 5 hours all the way home watching Jack Black movies. Ride my car home. Philanthropy. County. Food bank. Care packages. Labor Day. Calculus homework. Be excited to. Calculus homework. County. Philanthropy. Deal with. Feed the hungry. Conference. Charity. Service council. Be able to.